Hi friends, and welcome to Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Today we're going to be making an amazing image of spring rosettes. We'll be talking about the art concept stencil, and we'll do a quick review of both positive and negative space as well as paint palette. Let's get started. As always, we're going to start off with our name, date, and class on the back of our paper. I want you to notice that it's in landscape orientation. Okay, so our new art concept is a stencil. This is defined as a thin sheet of cardboard, plastic, or metal with a pattern or letters cut out of it, used to produce the cut design on the surface below by the application of ink or paint through the holes. Stencils can be both positive or negative shapes. So I'm going to show you. The stencils we're using today are two circles. I'll show you a positive shape and a negative shape. The first stencil I'm working on making is going to be the negative shape. So this is going to have the circle cut out of the center. To use this stencil, you would take your pencil and put it inside the hole and draw around the circle. The positive shape is the opposite way, where we draw the outside edge of the circle. So I'll start by tracing my stencil, negative space stencil first, just to give you an example, and now I'll show you a positive space stencil. The next step in this project is to draw a spiral inside each circle shape that we've just created. I'll show you two different ways. This way I start from the edge, and now I'm starting from the center. You use whichever one works best for you. Make these spiral images look more like flowers. Each shape, let's add 2 leaves. They don't have to be in the same place on each one, but each rosette should have 2 leaves for this project. Let's get ready for painting. I want to remind you that this is called a paint palette. It's a stiff board or something that artists use to hold and mix their colors when painting. Now it's time for us to paint. I want you to see that my first step is going to be adding color to those spiral lines that we created. I have 3 main colors I'm going to use for my rosettes. I have this indigo bluish color, I have a violet, and I have a magenta-y pink. So I have decided that 2 of my flowers are going to have blue spirals, 2 are going to have violet, and the last one's going to have pink spirals. Oh no, Mrs. Beaufeaux, there's white showing on your image. What are you gonna do? Oh friends, don't you worry. In this next step, we're gonna add a second color to each of the rosettes, and I want it to be one of the other colors that are on your paint palette. We're not using green yet, we're saving green for the leaves. So go ahead and add a second color to each rosette. The final step for my friends who have been waiting so patiently to use their green paint is to paint in those leaves. I think this image finishes up nicely when we have those leaves painted a beautiful green. This original art lesson is from the teacher Haley Bishop. Let's give credit. Thank you for sharing your lesson. That's all for our spring rosette painting. This has been Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.